What's up, everyone? Hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be giving you the top 10 loadouts to be using right now in Call of Duty Warzone going into season 4, which takes place on May 29th. We've got a ton of loadouts to give you today, including a sniper rifle called the FJX Imperium that literally maxes out the firepower you can have on that sniper rifle. This thing's absolutely insane and I can't wait to show you. If you like this style of content and you want more, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that noti bell so you don't miss another video like this and you don't miss the updated meta for season 4 of Call of Duty Warzone dropping May 29th. Let's get you these loadouts. All right, so for our first set of loadouts, I'm going to give you two sniper rifles, the HDR and that FJX Imperium like I just talked about. The FJX Imperium is a lot of fun to use. I absolutely am loving using it right now, and it does have one attachment that maxes out the firepower on it. For the HDR, we're going to use the Ramunda dual zoom. I'm building my snipers a little bit different here. I'm using the muzzle brake here. I'm trying to give it as much aiming, idle sway, delay, and walking aiming steadiness as possible with these sniper rifles. I feel like it's helped me a lot hit my shots, especially while I'm trying to go back and forth, dodging bullets and things like that while people are shooting at me. So I'm switching it up a little bit. Then we're going to go with this long barrel, which maxes out the damage range. And then I like the lightweight bipod that gives you a huge buff to aiming idle sway. And then I'm rocking the target laser, giving you another buff to aiming idle sway and a buff to aim walking steadiness. And then I'm using the target laser, which gives you another huge buff to aiming idle sway and another aim walking steadiness buff. And let me show you what I'm talking about when I'm talking about aim walking steadiness. So as I move along here, see how it's not bouncing completely up and down and it's just kind of staying steady? If you take off all the attachments that help that aiming idle sway or help the accuracy with it, so we'll take off the lightweight bipod, the target laser, and the muzzle brake, and we'll go back in here and just kind of like watch it just bounce and go all over the place. See how it just bounces to go everywhere? That's what we're trying to prevent when we're adding those attachments. And then we go back in, we add the muzzle brake, we add the target laser, and we add the lightweight bipod. We go back in here and we look at how steady this is. It just stays kind of the same way all the way across. It just kind of stays straight. It drops a little bit, but not too bad, but it just stays straight. And then for that FJX Imperium, we have the high velocity rounds. This helps a ton with bullet velocity. We have the VLK laser, 7mW laser here. Gives you aiming stability, aim down sight speed, and a sprint to fire speed buff. Then we have the RIB 400 stock here. This gives you a huge buff to aiming idle sway, which definitely helps this weapon. Firing aim stability, gun kick control, and recoil control. Then we have the Fahrenheit 29-inch barrel. Gives you a damage range buff and a bullet velocity buff, along with a firing aim stability buff and a hip fire accuracy buff. And then this secret muzzle is the AP 390 flash hider. It maxes out the firepower for this weapon. It's actually ridiculous. So if you look here on the bottom right hand corner where my controller was, it maxes out the firepower ticker down here. Kind of crazy. So this technically should one shot at 86.4 meters, which is really good if you've ever used the FJX Imperium. It's a pretty fast sniper, I guess. It's kind of one I use when I don't want to use I don't want to use like something like the Car 98 or something like that. It doesn't one shot at 100, one shots at 86. That's our 50 meter mark right here. Boom, easy. Absolutely love this thing. So let's see if we can one shot this guy right here. I don't think that's 80 meters mark. I think that's still at 90, but you can definitely one shot all the way up to about 86 meters. Pretty cool. For our next set of loadouts, we have the M4 and the TAC 56. I know a lot of people love these two weapons. I absolutely love them too. I don't know that they're top meta options, but they're very good. If you like Modern Warfare 2 weapons, these are 100% easy to use and very solid and very competitive inside of the meta. So for the M4, I'm rocking Jack Glasses Optic. I like the Cassis brake muzzle here, the high tower 20-inch barrel. You like the XRK bow breaker grip. This gives you huge recoil control and firing aim stability, which really helps. And then the 60 round mag. So this one's here in the firing range, just to kind of give you a preview of how it's going to look, feel, but it's fantastic. Then we have that TAC 56. We're rocking Cassis brake muzzle here. I like the Tundra Pro barrel. Then we're rocking the XRK bow breaker grip again, and then the 60 round mag along with the high grain rounds. So this one's here in the firing range as well, but I absolutely love the TAC 56. A lot of people do right now. That's how it's going to kind of perform. Very solid sniper support as well. But I mean, you're hitting a lot of your shots here, just kind of a little bit of visual recoil, not too bad, but I do love the TAC 56. Next, we have the Kilo 141 paired with the KSV. For the Kilo 141, I'm rocking compensator muzzle. I like the reinforced barrel or the gain twist barrel here, either one. I like the reinforced barrel a little bit better. The vertical foregrip and the Mag 2 and the overpressured rounds. Then with the KSV, we're marking compensator muzzle. I like the long barrel here, the vertical foregrip, the extended Mag 2, and the quick draw grip. Let me show you these here in the firing range, but the Kilo obviously is absolutely insane still. Kilo is so much fun to run. Very little recoil. I would probably expect this. It might actually get a buff in the season 4 update. To be honest, I feel like that's going to be just fine, and the KSV feels very solid. But I bet the Kilo probably gets a buff inside of the update on the 29th. Next, we have the AMAX paired with the SOG SMG. For the AMAX, I'm rocking compensator muzzle. I like the reinforced barrel here, the vertical foregrip, the extended Mag 2, and I like the overpressured rounds. So this here in the firing range, I just really think this is a solid option. You can probably run the long barrel here if you wanted to, because we do have the overpressured rounds, which helps the bullet velocity a little bit anyway. But man, I do love the AMAX. I bet this probably does get a nerf on May 29th, but we'll see about that. Then on the SOG, I'm rocking reinforced barrel here. I go reinforced or probably long barrel here, either one of those. But the reinforced and long barrel, there's like a meter difference when it comes to like the effective damage range. So to each their own. I like this one. It increases the bullet velocity a little bit while also knocking that up from 10 meters all the way up to about 12 meters. So I think the reinforced barrel is just a better option for this specific SMG. Then we're rocking the vertical foregrip. I like the extended Mag 2, the quick draw grip, and then I like the light stock, giving this thing a huge buff to hip fire movement speed, and strafing movement speed, which is really fun when it comes to the SMGs. And showing that one to you here in the fire range, but got a little bit of a firing range bug in there. If you get that firing range bug, that's annoying as all get out. Wouldn't be using it at 25 meters. This is not a recoil control SMG at all. But yeah, I love the SOG, man. Next up, we have the MX9 paired with the Cypher 91. For the MX9, I like the Shadow Strike Suppressor S muzzle, extended mag here, Ruin Q900 grip, F-Tac C11 riser, and the Chimera Laser Light. So this one's here in the firing range, but absolutely love this option. If you don't like the iron sights, I like going tack stance anyway. Absolutely zero visual recoil, man. It's a lot of fun. It only takes 8 bullets to down somebody. Then for the Cypher 91, I like the mono suppressor here. Then I prefer the reinforced barrel. Long barrel's okay, but the gain twist is probably another option. Well, I like the vertical foregrip, extended mag 2, and the overpressured rounds. This thing just always hits for me. I absolutely love the Cypher so much. It just feels really good. But to each their own there. I'm a real big fan of the Cypher. If you need a little bit more help with the recoil control, definitely go with something like the compensator muzzle on that thing. Then we have the Grau 556 or the SWAT 556 with the Grau conversion kit and the Ladra. The Grau is, I'm running the compensator muzzle, the vertical foregrip, the extended mag, full auto extended mag, the balance stock here, and the Grau conversion kit. So this one's for you in the firing range, but this thing doesn't have any kind of recoil. I don't know. I feel like this is a little bit underrated. I don't feel like I see a ton of people using this over something like the Kilo or the AMAX or the Cypher. Actually, I see this way more than the Cypher, but I don't see this a lot more than like the Krig C or the AMAX in my opinion. But and then for the Lodger, we're rocking the compensator muzzle. I like the long barrel here, the vertical foregrip, extended mag 1, and the no stock. So this to you in the firing range, but a lot of fun to run, man. This thing is so good. You're looking at 15 meters for that effective damage range, but yeah, it's so good. Next, we have the Krig C and the C9. These are the two best options you could be using. For the Krig C is a little different for me. The base damage for this is very high. So what I'm wanting my bullets to do is to get to my enemy faster. Okay, so that's kind of why we're building this as like a bullet velocity or max bullet velocity build for the Krig C. All right, if I wanted it maxed out at bullet velocity, we could definitely go with a mono suppressor. If that's something you want to do, there's not a lot of recoil to it, so it's definitely possible. Completely up to you there. You can you literally max it out. I'm going ported compensator just to help with recoil control. That's it. Everything else is built to bullet velocity. Gain twist barrel here, max bullet velocity, vertical foregrip, extended mag 1, extended mag 2 is completely fine. If you like a little slower weapon, up to you. And the overpressured rounds, we're maxing this bullet velocity out all the way up to almost 1400 meters per second. It's very, your bullets get there very fast. Auto suppressor is perfectly fine. Like I said, 1600 bullet velocity. That's a big chunk, but first shot recoils can be reduced by 67%, recoil gun kick by 24%, vertical recoil control by 25%, aim down sight speed by 20%, jump aim down sight speed by 20%. So you're decreasing those by quite a bit just to get 200 meters per second more bullet velocity. Again, up to you, to each their own. I like the ported compensator muzzle here. I'll show this to you in the firing range, but it's a very, I'm having a lot of fun running this. On the iron sights aren't bad, but like your bullet pretty much hit scan. You're hitting that trigger and it's touching an enemy. See what I mean? So you're firing, it's immediately tapping the enemy. That's what the bullet velocity does. Absolutely insane. What that also means is that you won't have to lead your enemy as much if they're running somewhere like this way. If they're running this way, you won't have to lead them to kind of curve the bullet into them. You'll be able to just kind of shoot where they are instead of having to lead them. And your bullets are almost immediately tapping them as soon as they go. So absolutely love this build for the Krig C. For the next one, we have the C9. I've got the compensator muzzle here. I like the long barrel for sure. And then we have the Ranger foregrip paired with the extended mag 2, along with no stock, giving you a hip fire movement, and strafing movement speed all in one. Absolutely love no stock on this. C9 never has had a lot of recoil as is, but wouldn't be used. It's perfectly fine using it at 25 meters. Not my preferred distance to be firing at, but 15 meters right here, perfectly fine. Absolutely love the C9 still. I bet this one gets another nerf tomorrow, but we'll see how that plays out. Thank you guys again for watching. Remember, if you like this style of video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that noti bell so you don't miss a video like this, or like our new updated May 29th loadout videos that we're going to be putting out to update you on the metas and all the nerfs and buffs that come out. We'll see you in the next one.